Now we'd like to invite the UNF President, Dr. David Szymanski, for some closing remarks.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So I don't know if you need me to stand on stage. I think you can see me probably pretty okay. So the important part is I'm closing. So this has really been a phenomenal evening. I came last year about this time and got to hear this first round of this, and I just said, this is the future of education. And you see the things that we're doing, the students and the sponsors and all the people that have come together, and it really truly is the future of education. You listen to all the impact that this has had on our students. First of all, they're like really, really, really good. So their presentations were not just pretty good. They were really phenomenally good. So if you take complex problems, you do all this data analysis, and then you can understand what they're saying and come down to basic conclusions. That's a real art form. And that is really a real testament not only to everybody who's mentored them, but also the commitment, dedication, the work that you put together. Because the data visualization point of this is also spectacular. And I know you spend 90% of the time getting that database in shape. And you probably just ran the model once after that, and it was you had the answer that you wanted, didn't you? No, you spent the other 90% of your time trying to make that model work and figure out what to do. But you learned how to solve problems. But importantly, you learned how to get along with other people from other backgrounds and how to work together. And you start thinking about all the different parts of this. You grew as people. And that's really what we're about. It's about the holistic student. It's not only about the subject matter expertise, but it's really who you are as individuals. And you also talk about giving back. And the neat part is you're working with nonprofits, which is about giving back and helping other people and coming out with issues and developing a passion and developing a deep understanding of the power of those numbers and how they can transform lives. So I'm really proud to be president today. I'm proud every day. But I'm particularly proud today because it's one of those times you get to sit in the audience and you go, wow, they're good. And we're doing the right thing. And our professors are committed, dedicated people who really care about their students and also making sure that they take the time to make sure the students are on the proper path. And the students are taking the time to understand what problems they can solve and the greater good that will come out of this. And I guarantee you can ask them 50 years from now what they remember from their education, and they'll remember this experience, and they'll remember this project. So it's coming together to help Jacksonville and help the Northeast Florida. And that's our future. And so this is really cool stuff. So I don't really have all the words to summarize everything that's going on, but you can even see as you're listening to them today that there's a transformation that's going on. And it's a continual transformation. And for a lot of people, it's a starting point. It's not the end point. It's the starting point. It's understanding what numbers are all about. It's understanding what numbers are not all about. But it's understanding about how you can help people through education and through a caring attitude and big hearts. And so with that, I think I'll close because I think I probably said too much and maybe not enough all at the same time. But I want to give and make sure we give everybody a big round of applause as we go away. And let's give Dan and Karthik a tremendous round of applause for all they're doing. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. So we're going to go to the last stage. So before we move to the last stage, again, we want to thank President, Provost, our college dean, and school directors. Administrators coming in here showing a support is a very key thing for us, and we are very glad that they came in and stayed for the entire time period. So we appreciate that very much. Thank you. So as we come to the end of the 2019 summer internship program, we got to start thinking about 2020. So, and in here crowd itself, I'm seeing many public organizations and nonprofit in here. So you may want to start thinking about what's your wicked problem. And after that, we will ask you to get the commitment from your organization. So as you can see, many of them talked about that, getting organization commitment, and that is very, very key for success for implementing any of the recommendations we will give. So after that, identify the data sources you need. And in January 2020 is when we will be releasing the application process. And hopefully we will be looking forward to read your applications. So with that, thank you for everyone coming in here. And we still have some water and cookies at the back. So hopefully we could have some conversations with cookies. And those who, for the faculty leads, the mentors, and deans and provost and president, could you please stay for a few more minutes for us to take a group picture? And for those of you, thanks for coming in. If you guys want to talk, please hang around. We'll be there with you guys. Thank you very much.